Assalamu alaikum, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to solve Cambridge GCSE Mathematics Paper 3 Core, Variant 3-1, May-June 2021, question number 4 onwards. Let's start. The diagram shows a line L and 2 points A and B on a grid. Write down the coordinates of point A. We always write the x value first and then the y. This is our x-axis, so it is -2. And the corresponding y value is 4. That was an easy one mark. Next we have find the gradient of line L. To find the gradient, we need to use the formula y2 minus y1 and x2 minus x1. We already have one point, we need to find another point. So we are going to use the one on the y-axis, which is 0 and 3. You have -2, 4 and 0, 3. To find the gradient, we are going to do 4 minus 3 over -2 minus 0. That will give us -0.5. So we can write it as -0.5. Next, write down the equation of line L in the form y is equal to mx plus c. We already have our m, which is -0.5. So y is equal to -0.5x. What about the c? C is the y value when it cuts the y-axis. It cuts the y value at 3. So this was an easy question. You don't need to do much solving. You can look at the graph. You can see that it's cutting the y-axis when y is 3. That is your C. In C1, we have to draw a line that is perpendicular to line L and passes through the point A. This is easy to draw. Perpendicular means it should be at 90 degrees. So with a ruler, be careful how you draw the line. It should be perpendicular, remember. So your ruler has lines like that, no? Make sure that that line, any line, any number line there is on this line the way I marked it. And then, just a second, let me erase this so I can see the point. Then we draw a straight line. This is perpendicular to the line L. C2, this line crosses the x-axis at point C. Mark point C on the grid and write down the coordinates of point C. This is the x-axis and it crosses the x-axis here. This is your C. And what is the point? On the x-axis, remember, y is 0 and the x value is -4. Next, we have find by measuring the perimeter of triangle ABC. Okay, so we need to measure this. We will count the squares that are down. These are 4 squares here and 6 here. So the base is 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perimeter means you add the outside values. So we have 10 plus 4 plus 8. 10 plus 4 plus 8 will give us 20. This is a rough estimate, but it will be better if you had taken a ruler. Take a ruler and measure it. When you take a ruler and measure it, you will get a little different answer. If you're using a ruler, your answer should be between 23 to 23.8. So I hope you have understood that. It's better to use a ruler than counting the squares. Question number 5. We have been given a graph. The diagram shows the graph of y is equal to k over x for the values of x between and including 1 and 8. Use the graph to find the value of x when y is equal to 4. This is our y values. Y is equal to 4. We touch the graph straight and then we go down. We see that x is equal to 2. In B1, we have to show that k is equal to 8. The equation we have is y is equal to k over x. We know that when y is 4, our x is 2. Shift the 2 to the other side. So 4 multiplied by 2 is equal to k. Therefore, 8 is equal to k. We proved it. We want to find the value of y when x is equal to 250. We already have, this is B2. We know that y is equal to 8 over x. And now we want to find y when x is 250. So 8 divided by 250, y is equal to 0.032. Next, complete this table of values for y is equal to 8 over x. It's very easy. Just divide 8 by the x values. So 8 divided by negative 8 is negative 1. 8 divided by negative 4, you will get negative 2, negative 4, and negative 8. On the grid, we have to draw the graph of y is equal to 8 over x for negative 8 till negative 1 x value. When x is negative 8, y is negative 1. When x is negative 4, y is negative 2. When x is negative 2, y is negative 4, and negative 1, y is negative 8. We just have to draw a nice curve and join the points that we have plotted. Next, we have to write down the equation of each line of symmetry of the graph. There are two lines of symmetry. You can see that. It's given here in the question. From that we know there are two lines. One line is when you will draw from here. You will have two. Symmetric means both the sides are same. And this line is y is equal to x. The other line that we can draw where they are symmetric is this one. And this line is, I hope you know what it is. It is y is equal to negative x. Now, if you didn't know, how will you know? You have to learn to look at the graph. When x is 2, y is negative 2. It's the opposite every time. When x is 4, y is negative 4. That is the reason we have y is equal to negative x. So the answer is y is equal to x and y is equal to negative x. We again have a diagram given here with three triangles ABC on a 1 square centimeter grid. Describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle A to triangle B. From the size, you can make out that this is enlargement. If it is enlargement, you will need to write three things. First, you will write enlargement. Second, you need to write the scale factor of enlargement. And scale factor, we don't need to write the whole thing. Scale factor is this, take any one side. This is 1 and this is 4. So scale factor is 4. The third thing you need to write is the center of enlargement. For that, you need to draw lines and join the vertices. So let's do that. We join two vertices here, and now the third one we need to join. Just a minute. Okay, so we did that. Where are they meeting? The two lines here when x is negative 4 and y is negative 5. So center of enlargement is -4, -5. Then we have triangle A onto triangle C. This, as you can see, is not an enlargement. It is not a translation. The shape has changed. So it is rotation. Write down rotation. For rotation also you need to write three things. You need to write the center of rotation, and you need to write whether it is what degree it is and clockwise or anti-clockwise. For this you need to use a tracing paper and solve. It's difficult to do it, otherwise it's very easy. Place your tracing paper here and mark your X's. Draw this, and when you turn it once, you will see that the triangle A will move on to triangle C. So this is rotation. The center is like 95% most of the times in the core papers 0, and it is 90 degrees clockwise. Part B, we have on the grid draw the image of triangle A after a translation by the vector -5, 4. Before we do that, let me explain to you. In column vector, the top number represents X and the down Y. If it is negative, it means your point will move to the left. If it is positive, it will move to the right. If the down number is negative, we shift down. If it is positive, we shift up. Our top number is -5, so we will move our one vertex to the left by 5 units. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then down it is 4, +4, so we move our point up by 4 units. Don't count this point. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. This point, that the final point, is the same as our vertex here. After that, just count the squares. 1, 2, 1 here, and draw it. This is our B1. B2, we have to make a reflection in the line x is equal to -4.5. So -4.5 is in the middle here. Let's draw the line. And now we just reflect it. Count the number of squares from this point. It's 1.5, so this is here. Then 1 square. Straight line. Reflection, I think, is quite easy. Even translation is not much of a problem. This is B2. Now question number C. The diagram also shows an angle B in triangle B here. Use trigonometry to show that angle B is 63.4. We can count the length, we can count the squares because they said it was 1 centimeter, and find the adjacent and opposite of angle B. So angle B is opposite over adjacent. What does that mean? Which trig identity we will use? We are going to use 10. So write 10B is equal to opposite 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the down squares are 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 2. So B is equal to 10 inverse 2. We just have to put in the calculator, and we will get 63.4. We can round it to 3 significant figures, so this is our answer. Now moving on to part D. Two new triangles D and E are made from triangle B as shown in the diagram. Are all three triangles similar? Give a reason for your answer. For triangles to be similar, the angles must be the same. Let's find out the angles here. This is 90 degrees. Suppose if we cut, okay, we will use this other angle, E. This is 90 degrees. So what will this angle be? Do 180 minus 90 minus 63.4. We got 26.6. So this is 26.6. Now in the big triangle B, this is 90 degrees. So this angle here is 26.6. When we are breaking this up, this angle in D is 26.6. So the angle down here, when you do 180 minus 90 minus 26.6, what are you going to get? 63.4. So you will write yes, because all three triangles have the same angles. And what are the angles? 90, 63.4 and 26.6. I hope it is clear. This brings us to the end of this video. Do share this with your friends. Please leave a comment if I've helped you. Thank you for watching. For question number 7 onwards, please watch part 3.